All right, what is up, everybody? I am They Coming, and welcome to the Stream Nerds. How's everybody doing today? How's everyone loving life? Hope you're loving life. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I had a really interesting telephone call today. It looks like I'm being offered a job. W. We are working out the contract for that. We are working out pay. We're working out everything. And yeah. So it looks like I've been offered a job, tentatively. And I would assume within the next 2 to 3 business days, getting that nailed down. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Had a solid conversation this afternoon, then called some of my closest confidants and advisors and talked to them about what was offered to me. And so we're going to be going back and forth a little bit. W for the job, W for that, huge W there. So yeah, big W bros, GG's on that job. Yes. And just so you guys know, earlier this summer, first off, hold on a second. I need to wet the whistle. Ice Cold Coca-Cola, and this one has actually like a Star Wars character on it. Pretty cool. That's looks like it's Ahsoka Tano. It's pretty dope. Nice. Let's go ahead and crack it open. Ice cold, baby. Had to go to that grocery store. Found my nice little, was it 2 for 1 on the 12-pack deal? Pinky's up. Nice crispy ice cold Coca-Cola. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another one in that ice bath real quick. Hold on a second. Drop it in the ice. And while I'm at it, okay. All right. So yeah, sorry for the late start today, guys. Had to take care of my eating, had to take care of my lunchtime. But yeah, so what was I going to say? Oh, earlier this summer, I was talking about potentially being hired as a general manager at a music studio. And while the same company has contacted me again, they have revised sort of their company plan so that there's going to be multiple managers. There would be, managers that all have different jobs. So the job that I would be getting would be mostly in sales, client retention, that sort of thing. And the studio itself teaches private music lessons to kids. So I would be talking to a lot of the parents, making sure the kids are happy with what they've got, maybe working out a change of teacher if they're not really enjoying it like they want to. And so yeah, I would be kind of an administrative marketing type guy for that company. And yeah, work would start as early as next week for me. I did make them aware of the vacation that I had planned, which it would be next Wednesday through the weekend. So I think I'll end up doing like Monday and Tuesday next week and then taking my vacation. So I do intend to stream on Monday and Tuesday next week as well as work this new job. But I won't be streaming for the remainder of the week. So Wednesday through Sunday, there won't be streams. I hoped to maybe be able to record some things this weekend so there can be some video content that would be uploaded during the days that I'm off. So yeah, I think this would be a good thing. So this is like a middle management position overseeing the teachers, see if parents are happy with teachers. I guess it's not a very large company. Like they only have like 8 to 10 teachers. And I forget how many students he told me that. I think they have like 150 students. And the students are mostly coming in to take private lessons on like guitar, drums, voice, keyboard. I think they also have some DJ teachers as well. So if you want to learn how to DJ, you can learn to be a DJ. And then there's also like group rock bands that they like bring the kids together. to, you know, give them that Rock Band experience. So yeah, that's the job. I'm going to get more specifics of, you know, over the next couple days, but that's as much as I really feel comfortable sharing about it at this point. But it was an offer today, and I've got to work out contract and salary next. So yeah, huge W. I've been looking for a little bit more solid part-time work, and this would be part-time to start. So that'll be nice to kind of ease into the position. But he says that, you know, potentially I could be working full-time later down the road if the relationship's right and all that. Hopefully the money's good. Yeah. I think the money will end up being solid for a part-time job. Definitely solid. And it would allow me to keep up the YouTubing and the Twitch streaming and all that without feeling like I'm just totally overwhelmed and overburdened by work. So yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into this. TC got 5,522 trophies, guys. Yes, King, you know how to read, my guy. GG. Very nice, very nice. So anyways, let's talk about what's going on in Squad Busters. We're here to play Squad. One thing about the event that I didn't think was going to be the case is apparently you're not able to change your lineup. So it is a rotating lineup for Unicron Attacks. I played a handful of matches this morning, and I found that Queen is really, really good here, specifically because you get to use Bow. And Bo is very, very good at taking down the tanks, but also taking down Unicron himself. So I oftentimes will include Bo on the lead if he's not offered in the back. I also love it when there's a heavy, because that helps to cover you when you want to go in on one of these neutral objectives and other people want to contest you. Being able to survive the spike bomb and not lose those troops right away feels really nice. Also, to go along with that, I was flexing whether or not I was going to be running a laser or double heal. And double heal, I think, is like probably the most stable for just like staying alive. Laser can be really nasty to like increase the melt potential onto Unicron, but also the tanks. You can really melt up a group of tanks with a good laser. So yeah, we're going to be messing around with this. Spike is good Is Spike good in this event? I think so too. Spike is definitely annoying because he can drop that thing down and like deter anyone from attacking. So yeah. What's up, Red Hawk? How's it going, brother? What's your mindset while playing, either aiming for top 3 or going hard for number 1 or playing according to the lobby? My mindset for playing like early in the season is just go for gold. If you are in last place, you should be making the desperation plays to like try to improve your position. But later in the season, when you're like, if you're actually pushing for, you know, like a serious ranked position on the global leaderboard, sometimes playing for top 3 is the safer bet, right? Like, you don't want to go out for like a -1 just because you take an early fight. That's my overall outlook. And also, I would prefer not to like fight very, very late and fall from 2nd down to 3rd or 4th. So if you have 2nd and you just want to monitor fights to kind of see what happens at the very end. Obviously, if you're in 2nd place, you want to make sure you keep it. But taking the fight straight up is probably not a good idea unless you recognize your opponent is super weak and no one else is around you. But as soon as you start seeing those gem indicators pop up on all corners of your screen, you probably need to pull off and just try to keep what you have, because those third parties in-game are brutal no matter what hero you're on. This event is for new players, people who have not been playing for a long time. It's worthless, says Mahone Dog. I mean, if you're already maxed, you're not going to get anything from this event. That's the long and short, right? But what this does do for me is it's going to allow me to put up some more star tokens. I mean, we're almost at 91,000. I guess my next major goal in the game is to get 100,000 star tokens. That is, if they don't add things before then. So, we're chilling, though. We're chilling right now. This season is going to be a chill season for us. We're not going to be pushing so adamantly on in Squad League. I'm going to be covering some tournament play, Tomorrow there's actually a tournament match around, I think it's at noon. So 12 p.m. EST, which would be 4 p.m. UTC, that I've been asked to cast for. So, and by cast, I mean like stream the matches for one of the teams. So not like official casting and, you know, some sort of a desk with people. Although I'd be down for that too. That would be super fun. That would be amazing. Would love if esports would kick off for this game, but I think there's a lot of work to do on the core game itself before that becomes a reality. Anyways, let's hop into some of our first games. I'm digging the battle healer plus bow on lead. Although because we're not offered heavy on lead, I think we might actually be better served to grab the heavy here instead, just to give us some better synergy here. So we go heavy with our bow. Yeah. Okay. Let's give it a shot, nerds. First games. So I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know if it's worth it to try to redo the lineup. I think I'll adjust it after this game. So at least it shows that we're playing with Queen right now. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Spike, but like... there's so much disruption with these bosses that, like, I'm seeing Spikes get kind of screwed here too. Alright, let's go ahead and go middle. It's gonna take that. Look at the pump. Look at that pump. Run here. That's a key. Rip. I think he took the key. No, but you know what? The box cost is so little right now, it doesn't matter. Alita's kind of cool. Early Alita's going to be helpful, I think. Look at the damage, bro. I'm going to get another one real quick. I'm going to do it now. 3 key W. I'm going to go here. What did I lose? You know what? Give me this now. Cool, we'll take it. So we have the Transformers on deck right now. I would like a Poco though. I feel like I need it. That's not what I want to happen. It's a key. Cool, another Poco. Are we dying? We're actually dying. How did we die? Was it the mic? Oh my god, that's embarrassing. LOL. Wow, okay, go next. Quickly. Quickly there. Yikes. I died fast. Let's see, Soup. Stormy made a video about Spike, how to use him. Yeah, but is he like telling you how to use Spike while he's bugged? Because let me be real. I don't care to learn how to play a bugged character. Like I actually don't care to learn how to just deal with a bug. Like it's a brand new hero. He should work as intended on release. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even see what our lineup was this time. It's probably different, but it's fine. Cool. What's going on here? That's annoying. I'm gonna grab that. That's annoying. Can I get Shelly Megged up? So much of the pushing around, man. Extra HP rocks, though. We got 2 of those keys. He got 1 of them.
8 players remaining. Shelly, Becca.
What's this?
Nice move.
Cool.
Players remaining.
Colt. Colt. I'm going to make sure I go ahead and get Colt before I try to mess around anymore. We get a lot of good damage now. Got a key. Again! Getting shoved around. Stuck up with those guys. Heal it up. That's not a boss monster. Go back here. Finish you. I can't tell what's happening to me right now. So much chaos. Bruh. Cool. Ooh, battle healers. Very nice. Come on, come on, come on. No. Give me another one. Dr. T could be helpful. What's the score actually like? It's so annoying getting pushed back like that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish.
Pulled it back.
Congratulations. You won.
I think Mortis counters AQ. It certainly seems like it. That first game. I think his mic got me. I think his mic got me on that first game. But GG. I think, man, Bo just cooks. Bo cooks on this. Let me make sure to look at the lineup so I don't like put him in the front if I get him in the back. What's up, Jimmy? Welcome back to the stream, darling dear. All right. What do we get? What do we get? That's cool. So, in theory, I could try to get the Colt covered with that heavy there. But pulling a supplier in this game mode just seems like the wrong thing to do. You should be trying to occupy middle and kill all those tanks. Try to get the Unicron if no one's messing with you. I have a Poco this time. That's nice. Let's go. I'm going to start flipping the heroes out here. Putting Queen in instead of Sonic. And I'll change the abilities next. It's no longer Cyclone. It is Healing Packs.
Collect gems to win.
Okay. Oh, and full screen. Don't let me forget.
Fusion. Mega.
Give me my candy. Okay. Oh, little nakey Spike. What are you doing, Spike?
Nice move.
He stole the key.
Remaining.
Get a life, brother.
Heavy. Mega. 8 players remaining.
Leave. Why did I take a Mavis? I was panicking. That's not good either. Walk away. You're not getting all that for free. Jerk. Okay, give me Colt this time. God bless America. Where did my health bar go? It happens so fast. Hold on. Just hang on a second.
2 minutes.
All this Mortis fighting is like actually kind of nutty. Where are you, huh? Come here. Come here. Bro!
6 players remaining. Ice Wizard.
This is a big dance.
Final stretch. Mavis.
I mean, I guess I have to put the Mavis back in my hand.
5 players remaining. Mega. 4 players remaining. Ice Wizard. Fusion. Ice Wizard. Mega. 30 seconds.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG.
Finish. Top spot.
I should have a beer. It's my birthday. Send me one, Mahone. Congratulations, Mahone. Happy birthday, nerd. You guys should put Wizard on? Okay. Unicron Attacks is tougher competition than Squad League. Yeah, right? You're almost as old as TC now? What does that mean? You're like 35, 36? Being 37 definitely feels old. It feels, yeah. I mean, life has its ups and downs. Let's be real. Nice. Okay. There's a wizard on this one this time. Nice. Very good. You're 36. Nice, Laws. Next year, you'll also be almost as old as TC. All right. We have a wizard in the back for this game. And the starters are Heavy and Bo right now. So Max is not there. Heavy. And we'll get started right is Bo. Can I do it quickly enough? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Rip. Fun. Oh my gosh. What in the toss me around and throw me upside down is going on? Cool.
9 players remaining. 8 players remaining. Archer. Mega.
He just wanted to lose all his stuff, I guess. Poco. Poco. Where's Unicorn? Sure. Almost took him out there. That's dangerous, though. I got something, but I'm losing something else. Got him. Heal pack's OP, man. Wizard now. Just leave real quick. That's not great. Why did I shoot an arrow into nothing? Get out of here, dude. Try it again. Try it again! Max, I think we need this, yeah? Life feels a little slow at the moment. Another little Maxine. When I auto fire, I don't always hit a target, which I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm actually dragging. Where is he, huh? Yikes, what a day. GG. That Sonic has been harassing you the whole game. He got what was coming to him. Yeah. Yeah, I think his ability worn off and like he just didn't have health left and it was like, oh, I'm dead. It's Unicron, not Unicorn. I still might call him Unicorn anyway. Unicorn Attacks. What's up, Passy? How's it going? Helena Tome. Greg's other axe, Mahone Dog, Jimmy, Top Chord hanging out. How y'all doing? And of course, Harsh and King Brian, Team Fusion. The bat's locked onto your hero. Oh yeah, from the Mortis game. Our first game, a Mortis like got us in like 6th place. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even know I was dead. Let's see if we have... So I guess what I like about running heavy and battle healer on start is just, well, heavy in particular. Like if you're going to play Queen, you should probably play heavy. But I also really like Bo. I think Bo in this mode is just, he cooks. I wish Mortis was a little stronger. He's such a fun hero to play. Yeah, for Squad League, it can be kind of tough because I think pretty much every other hero outclasses you when you hit max squad size. Mortis is like the weakest when squad sizes are maxed out, for sure. Whereas, you know, if you play scrim lobbies and there's 10 real people and the farm is really, really small for everyone, everyone's squads are smaller, I think Mortis can actually have a little bit better teeth. Plus, Ken Unites, actually Ken Unites made a video that I watched last night before I went to bed. It's like, oh, I didn't know Ken had a channel. I think he's got a handful of videos out now. And he played a Mortis game on ladder and had a really nice looking squad. Attacked the Barbarian King because it was just two teams remaining and he was trying to take first place. And the King just turned around and just noped him. Like, almost immediately noped him out. So, yeah, like, Mortis wants to beat you when your squad size is small, I think. I'm not even taking those things. I'd rather be here. I almost killed him. Can I get another hot shot? No, it's fine. Man, I really would have liked to take the Shelly there. I think it would have been nice. I just stood there like I had everything to lose. Doesn't matter.
8 players remaining. Mega. 7 players remaining.
Sonic players don't like being chipped out. That's one thing I've figured out about playing Sonic. They don't like being chipped out. So if you chip out a Sonic, it's usually a bad day for him. That's what I want. Oh. Hold on a sec.
6 players remaining. 2 minutes. Shelly. Fusion.
Can I do this quickly so no one will see it? Oh man, the hogs are actually great play. Very, very, very good play. Complete denial.
Shelly. Mega.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Man, I didn't take anything.
Dynamite.
Man.
Final stretch.
Gonna take one, I think. Take a Lita. Very nice. Come on, go quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. W. Cool. Cool. Very nice. Easy. I believe the tank spell you can still send out. Yes, you can, but Fireball is better with Mortis, says Harsh. You think so? Okay. They should really make Mortis send out tank again and give him the speed back. I think Greg says the tank still goes. Let me ask you this, though. If you're a Mortis player, are your summons still immortal? Or is that actually fixed? Because that's one thing that should just not be in the game. Like, in immortal summons, just because you cast him and it can sit there and free farm your opponents, that is not the way. Tank spell goes, not the tank unit. Oh, so the spell unit. Okay, so when you can, like, power tank. You can send the power tank out, but you can't send the squatty. Okay, got it. Heard. Ooh, there's a heavy there. See what I'm doing this time? Crazy HP bars. Battle healer with the bow. But actually, you know what? I think if we've got that, we've been saying I need wizard. So we're gonna toss wizard in, and we're just gonna rely on the heavy passive. We're gonna cover those two. Shelly, I think, might be okay without a health shield because she has her band-aid. So I think I'll just be going to heavy up my starters here. Do I have a heal, or am I just stuck with my heal packs? I have a Pam, but that's gonna take a while to get to. You know what? I think it's fine. I have a Max Mortis. I don't use it anymore. I get killed every time I try him. He is so bad now. Yeah, you know what? Something tells me that they're going to adjust the game. Like, maybe even on the next patch to make Mortis playable. Because, like, Spike... Or they might... You know what? Maybe they're going to try to let Spike be who Spike is for a little while. And then probably... My next guess is after the Spike hype dies... that they will come back and actually buff Mortis. I'm bad. Get me out of there, please. You know what? We're gonna cover Shelly just because it gave it to us. And we're gonna grab a heavy now. Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd grabbed a heavy there, but evidently not. You know what's cool, though? It's over here. I'm going to grab one more. We're getting stuck. You have so much HP, though. Oh my gosh, the health is actually OP. Dude.
Barbarian. 6 players remaining. Final stretch. Max.
Can we catch him? Got him.
5 players remaining.
Nice little W. Kind of cool to go ahead and get a key.
Mega. 30 seconds left.
Him, I guess. Almost. Almost.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG.
Finish. Congratulations.
I will see how Spike turns out next once I max him. If I don't kill the RK early, I usually lose to them. Compared to max RK, most things die. Yes, I mean true. There's just so much stuff. Like, you have to be that the surgical assassin with like a Sonic or a Queen to kill that late game RK. When there's just so much stuff, he's got so much disruption. Like, it's King has one big fist, right? RK has up to 3 deliveries that perhaps over the course of a fight you would be able to get a 4th delivery off. And the amount of time that you've like stopped part of the squad from attacking actually is super, super meaningful if you're the RK, right? Like, if you just can stop like a third of the enemy squad from attacking, or like ideally knock the hero so the hero's not doing any damage, like that's where yeah, that's where RK I think really shows his strength. It's the number of times you can like CC your opponent. And then on the other side of that CC is a little troop that the squad is going to turn and have to attack through before it starts attacking your actual units again. That's something else. That's something that people don't really realize either. Is that once you drop that delivery inside, they actually have to kill the delivery before they can start busting your squad. So it's just, there's so much stuff he throws into the mix that just gets in the way of you actually tapping the RK out. All right. Un momento. Oh man. Literally come around the corner.
Collect gems to win. Go.
Go!
Wizard. Fusion. Wizard. Mega. Fusion.
I didn't take his roughs. Sort of a W? That's lame. Bruh.
Mega.
lot going on here.
Players remaining. Godlike. Unstoppable.
Get out of here, Spike.
8 players remaining. Godlike. Mega.
That was a nice party to join, though, for real.
Poco. Poco. Fusion.
What's happening here, huh?
7 players remaining.
Got him. What a rough and tumbly game.
Mega. Colt. 5 players remaining. 2 minutes.
No key. Rip. Also, not enough money. Wow, that is just an interesting day. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna chill for a second.
Colt. Fusion. 4
Why?
Colt. Mega. Final stretch.
Not looking great. Hold on. I mean, I have a lot of gems, so we're gonna win it, right? It's just I'm not getting a ton of cubes.
Seconds.
Also, my key luck hasn't been fantastic either. That's a key though. No, we don't want to die now.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Try it. Try it, baby. Bet, 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 bet. That's where it is. March Queen is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Are there better queens out there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. But my Archer Queen's okay. Becoming versus AI. If I don't kill the RK, GG's. Yeah, boy. Deeg Dag over on the Twitch side. What's up, Deeg? Welcome to the stream, man. So many people tried me there. We found a nice, like, we found two people fighting over Unicron and killed one of them, nearly killed the second. And then later on, someone ran into us. We killed them. And then towards the very end of that game, a Sonic ran into us. We bust them. And then a Queen tried it on us. We busted them. Star tokens, noise. Okay, so does this mean we have 91,000 now? We do. We have 91,153. Oh, wait a minute. We have stuff. We have stuff. Hold on. So apparently, okay, every day you can get chests, tokens. Okay, you can get chests and tokens. But the doublers and the triplers, you can only get these once for the duration of the event. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get our chests. I want to know what our tokens end up being after we do this, just for my own. 1,153. Okay. 91,153. Let's claim some of this stuff. Yeah. Spiddly diddly dip. You are dangerous. I'm so happy I'll never fight against you. Helena Tome, thank you, baby. Thank you. I've got a lot of work to do on every hero, not just the ones that I don't really play, but even the ones that I do play. I still think that there's plenty of room for improvement, even on my queen play. Like, I see so many like excellent queen players on ladder that are just like fast and precise, and I'm like, man, I wonder if my hands can do that. Dynamite. I'm just putting it in the bank. We're just banking it. We're banking all this stuff. In the bank. In the bank. Last one. And then we're on to doublers and triplers. Nice. Okay, so what are we at? So it was 91,153, and now it is 91,300. So we added about 150 tokens with those rewards. Because we're already maxed out, all the babies got converted into tokens. We got about 150 tokens. Which is like, okay, sure. I can imagine if I was a new player, though, that would feel kind of cool, like getting all those free chests like that, just being part of it, part of the event. Yo, you finally played Squad Busters. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I finally played Squad Busters. This guy's tripping. Bro, he complete the event. Dead. No, I'm not done yet. Wait, did I complete the event? Is it over? Well, I mean, like, okay, every day we're gonna get more chests. So 91,153. We then went up to 305. So we did 152, right? 152. If we do that every single day for the next, how many days? 6 days? That's a solid amount of tokens just from the event. That doesn't account for all the other extra stuff we get throughout the day. That's not bad. All right, let's go and get our doublers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. At least for today. Tomorrow we'll have more stuff to claim. You know, it's interesting on squadtracker.gg. You can see how many doublers and triplers you have, which I think is an excellent piece of information. If I go here and I go to resources, it says, okay, guys, get this. You get cubes in Squad League 2. Noise. Okay. So it says here, I have 265 chest doublers. I have 209 chest triplers. And I have 68 chess quadruplers. That is over 500 multipliers. That's crazy. That's it's like close to 525 multipliers. That's nuts. We're stacked. Like, bring out some new content. Let me unlock it, like, right now. You know what I mean? That's what it's like to be max player. You hit a certain threshold where, at least under the current system, you're going to be able to unlock pretty much anything that comes out with minimal to no investment. Which I can see that perhaps Supercell didn't mean to do it that way. Though it would seem like a bit of an oversight at this point. Because the game is extremely free-to-play friendly. Like, extremely free-to-play friendly. That's crazy. Actually crazy. Anyways, guys, we've been live for an hour. I'm going to take a 2-minute bathroom break. We'll come back, and we'll kick off some more Unicron attacks. It'll be 2030 until you get to use them. No! Don't make me wait 5 years to use my tokens, please! Please, the more we win, the more we receive. Yes, exactly. The more winning you are, like the higher you're placing in your games, unless you're using your gold to pay for all of your chest taps all the time, like, you do get more rewards. You do get faster progression for placing higher. That's just a fact. They should start selling cosmetics. You know, there's so few cosmetics in the game, you can't even buy them. Like, I've bought all of them with my style tickets. There's a handful of cosmetics. Like, I think the chicken cosmetic was a cash cosmetic. The Robo Chicken cosmetic. I think this was for the Transformers event. If you don't have this skin, did you see this offer in the shop when the Unicron Attacks event popped up this morning? Because I'm pretty sure I bought this Robo Chicken skin during the event. And I also bought, like, Robo Queen, which got refunded. I think it was Robo Queen. Because Queen got turned into a hero, and they didn't just make it a hero skin at that point. Yeah, Robo Chicken actually looks pretty cool, honestly. Okay. All right, dudes. Time to take a quick bathroom break. 2-minute timer on the screen. When it counts down to 0, I'll be back in the chair, and we will resume. I encourage you to take a lap around your house. Get something to eat or drink, or you can use the bathroom like I'm about to. Don't go anywhere. Much love. Okay, I'm back. Before you ask, yes, I wash my hands. Okay, guys. Okay. So, lineup on your screen is going to be changing frequently because the lineup is rotating. It is not a pick your back 9 lineup. So I'm kind of digging heavy overshields. It's unfortunate that we don't have it, though. And bow is just so freaking useful. I guess we're going to play without it this time. We're not going to have heavy, nor will we have battle healer. What's €1 to $1? Google that real quick. It'll figure that out for you in a split second. Google's pretty accurate with exchange rates from what I've experienced. When I lived in Turkey, the exchange rates varied depending on the street that I walked down, which I thought was ghetto. Like they would actually like it wasn't so much like an actual exchange, it was like a business they were running. They were trying to make money. Like considerable coin on trading certain currencies. Look at this. What up, cuh? I didn't mean to do that. That was actually Fat Finger. Well, we gave him a mouthful. I guess we're on a Mavis train, at least a little bit. Which feels a little awkward in this game mode. Also kind of awkward, but you know what? It's fine. Because once we lose something like that, we can do... Well, never mind. Never mind. The game won't let me do it. I was going to say we can try to level the chicken while our squad size was smaller. But I think the game is intentionally trying to not let you do that.
7 players remaining. Mega. 6 players remaining.
Just keep running, I guess. If game will let me do it.
Shelly, 2 minutes.
Okay, hang on. We'll do this.
Shelly, fusion.
Come over here, grab some coinage. I'll take that. Nice, we got a free key. Take that. I don't want to do anything until I get some more boxes. God, there's no boxes over here. It's such a long path.
Shelly, Mega.
This guy's so dead. Almost.
Final stretch. 5 players remaining. Hey,
Cool.
nice move. Hey, Mega.
What's crazy is we don't have a healer. This is all just like bearing down and using our abilities.
30 seconds.
Nice.
Dynamite. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG.
Finish.
Easy.
Flawless victory.
$4 US is 3.42 euro. Is it because the euro's stronger? You're saying that you're getting scammed? It's $5, it's $5 euro? Ah. What's up, Baraga TTV? How's it going, dude? Welcome to the stream, Baraga. WGGs. Let's keep the push. Should I change hero just to spice it up? Spice of life. The spike of life. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. Time to play some Broken Spike. Can we make it work? I want my bow though. Like, I actually want my bow very badly. And because we're on Spike, we definitely want to have Battle Healer for this. We have a Medic too. Oh, this should feel pretty comfy. There's a Primo. That's going to feel kind of nice. His heal's going to be enhanced. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Americans do not have that in some states, or they do. It's nowhere close to average of 20%. €5 includes our value add. Okay. I'm gonna grab this now. Bruh. My life. All right, where's the business at? Where are we? Okay, he's down here. I also don't see any tanks. What's going on? What's up, dude? I'm gonna grab this first before we try anything. Why isn't bow firing faster? Is it only versus the Am I tripping? Hey, I'll take it. Is bow passive not tripping on Unicron? Okay. Am I still being attacked? I'm taking damage, but I'm like, okay, right?
Mega. 30 seconds left. Nice move. 5 players remaining.
This is a wild game.
Kinetic fusion. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Easy day.
Spectacular.
I felt like a mess, honestly. GG. Just gonna sit inside of stuff. Don't really care too much about it. America, how much does beer cost? Well, it's $5 plus tax, plus VAT, plus tips. That'll be $9. So, how much does a beer cost? I don't even know. I'm not even totally sure if I know how much beer costs. Because like there's like cheap beer, but then there's like craft beer, and there's a scale that kind of goes up. You know, there's a scale between like the cheap mass-produced beer, like Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors, that sort of stuff, all the way up to craft. I honestly could not give you like a good estimate of what it would cost to buy beer, because it really does vary place to place. If you buy one in public, like say you go to a restaurant and you try to purchase beer, it's going to be a lot more expensive than, of course, buying like a pack in a store. But I honestly don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Let me see, like, what does Google say? Like, what is the average price for a pint of beer in the USA at a bar or restaurant? Let's see what AI tells me. Average price for a pint of beer in the US at a bar or restaurant is around $4.75. Prices can vary significantly by location, with some states and cities having much higher or lower average prices. The national average is $4.75. I feel like in Georgia it's higher. I think that's incredibly generous of a price. Like if I hold on a sec. How could I ask this to like get a better answer? Why so much Unicron Attacks games today? I'm trying to like keep myself interested by playing this event mode. Grinding in Squad League right now, definitely something that I will keep doing. I'm not gonna like not grind Squad League, but the event started today. Felt like a fun thing to do. Let's see. Helena says, I'm back too. What's up, Helena? Welcome back. Yeah, let's see. How much is the price for a pint of beer in the UK? Let's see about the UK. £5.17. London expect to pay around £6.50. Yeah, that's... And some pubs charging as much as £8. Yeah, that's wild. That's expensive. I'd have to check what... You know, the next time I go out, I'll actually look at it. I want to say, like... You can get, like, a cheap beer for, like, $4. Like, a cheap beer. Like, $4. Come to GOA. A pint starts from just 50 rupees. Arizona is higher for sure. Yeah, like... especially because I live in a city, and like I live in a I live in an area of town that's like much more like well-to-do, right? Like I'm not super well-to-do myself. I'm one guy living in an apartment. I don't own my home, right? But like the people who are actually like residents here that like own property in this area, they're all pretty wealthy. So a lot of the dining is geared towards like upper class individuals, like people that are making like well into six figures, maybe even seven, which is wild to think. For country where a person makes $62,000 a year, 5 USD for a beer is good. I'd say $5 for beer isn't bad. That is definitely not a bad price. It's when you get up and it's like $9, $10 a beer, $11, $12 a beer that I'm kind of like, dude, it's a beverage. It's not a cocktail. It's a beverage. I know that someone had to make it, but someone didn't sit there and shake it up and do a song and dance for me behind the bar. Are you American? Yes. What's up, Afald? How are you, buddy? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Welcome. It should be at least have an emblem for whoever reached the top 10 squad busters. It's bizarre you were top 1 and don't have this record. I know, man. I know. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. It really does blow my mind that of all that pushing, of all that sweating, of all that stress that I endured, there's literally nothing on my in-game profile that says, I did this. People have to come to my YouTube channel, see the screenshots that I shared. They have to watch the live stream that I did the morning after, where I actually claimed a 300,000 coin reward, and then talked about the journey a little bit for the proof that I actually finished #1 in the world. Like that's what bothers me, is that I did all that, and the only way people can know is if they look me up, right? They can't just tap on my profile and like scroll down and see, oh, this guy had a career high of X number of trophies and he placed his highest ranked finish was #1, right? Like that'd be an easy stat to put right here, right? Like squads busted. I have 27,860 squads busted. Hold it first a sec. Hold on a second. Wow, that's a lot of squads. B, total gems collected. I've almost got 10. I'm going up to 10 million gems collected. That's cool. That's kind of fun. Super Boss is busted 17,000. I think I have like a hot, like I'm on the, if you go to the leaderboard and you go to record leaderboards, let's see, other leaderboards, top 100. Let's see. Busted Super Bosses, is that the one? I'm #4 in the world for busted Super Bosses. That stat, Super Bosses 17,630, that makes me #4 in the world in that stat. Lifetime stat. I would have never thought, right? Zombie X, it has 19,000. SG Bunty has over 21,000. And then a Japanese player has 29,000 super bosses. This guy's a maniac. Like he's got a good 12,000 more than I do. I'm really enjoying your last Sonic lineup. Oh, dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you. Who's they and why are they coming? They always come in, Marshall Bane. They always coming. The enemy, he, she, it, they always coming, dude. They always be coming. In my country, average person makes 30k euro a year. Beer is 23.7 euro in a bar, 2.2 in a store. Also, net is 18.5K on that 30K. Are you in Germany? Gaber, are you in Germany? Baraga TV, Clash Royale has these emblems. They value the players. Oh, yeah, for sure. Clash Royale. Yeah. That's one thing. Clash Royale is doing so much of the right things right now. Like, the game is just seeing a massive resurgence. And I know that, like, Jinxie had a lot to do with that because he, like, decided to start playing Clash Royale again. And he's got a massive Twitch following, and so suddenly, like, hundreds of thousands of people are starting to play Clash Royale again. And so the game revenue is, like, shot through the roof in the matter of months. You're in Slovenia? Okay. I just remember being in Germany, and Germany, it was cheaper to drink beer than it was to drink bottled water. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, you have actually got to be kidding me. I could buy beer for less than I could buy, like, a filtered bottle of water. And I was totally, like, blown away by that fact. It may have been just the fact I was a tourist and I was hitting kind of touristy locations, but I was like, no way. A clean bottle of water is more expensive than a freaking beer. What water are you putting into this beer? If the bottled water, you're charging more for a bottle of water. Afal says, same happened to me when I visited Hungary. The water was more expensive than the beer. Yeah. Oh, man. Sesko coming to Man United, so hype. Do you speak Portuguese or French? I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. My Spanish is so bad, I could not like just speak to you in Spanish. I can like read Spanish and kind of understand what I'm reading, and I can also listen to people talk. If you're talking really fast and it's like a sportscaster, no, I cannot follow that. That is too fast. I just can't keep up.
Squad Busters.
Same thing about what was it? Trying to think. When I was in Turkey, right? Because I actually went over there and lived in Istanbul for 3 years. After that first year, I started being able to like sit in cafes and restaurants and just listen to the people around me talking. And because I was like a foreigner, I was like by myself a lot. I'd go out with people on the weekends, but during the week, like when I went to a cafe to eat or get a tea, I would just sit there and like listen to people talking, and I would catch the waiter and the waitress like talking about me. Like multiple people thought I was like in the CIA or something like that because I was this like super white bread looking dude in the middle of Turkey, and like everyone in the cafe is like super bronze, doesn't look like they're from Europe, but definitely more like they're from Asia. And so everyone, the number of people that like I would catch, talking behind my back thought I was like some kind of spy, and I just thought that was hilarious. But I also figured out, maybe I don't go back there because if they talk to the wrong people, someone might try to knock me off. Because I don't know. That sounds like super dark, but that was like actually a real thought I had. I was like, if someone actually thinks that I'm like a spy and not just like a lowly music teacher, like, you know what I'm saying? That would be like my my like locked up abroad nightmare story. You know that television show that's like Locked Up Abroad, where someone like decides to do something stupid in an airport, like smuggle something illegal through an airport. Don't break the law, kids. And then they land in the other nation where they're off U.S. soil, and then suddenly they're under the jurisdiction of the nation that they're visiting, and they like get arrested and thrown in prison for like 20 years or something like that, and it's like a horror prison. That is like a nightmare as someone who travels. It's really made me like question whether or not I would like to go to certain places, like actually risk crossing into someone else's territory. But yeah. Your English is bad. No worries. No worries. In the US, beer is under $1 in a store, over $5 in a bar. I shouldn't have to pay $4 to open my beer. Well, and then there's other parts about like restaurant and like bar, like working in a restaurant or a bar. Servers and waiters, bartenders, barbacks, busboys, all that kind of stuff. They're paid minimum wage, which in Atlanta, it's like $7.25 an hour. But if you're a tipped employee, your employer only has to pay you $2.13 an hour. That's $2.13 an hour, because the culture here says that you're supposed to tip the service, and the server is making the vast majority of their income from the gratuities that you put on top of your bill. In other countries, it's not that way. They actually pay the service an hourly wage. In this country, it's not that way. If you don't tip your server is going to look at you like you're a horrible human being. Right? So, honestly, some countries are not worth the risk. What if someone plants something on you? Dude, gamer, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, watching this television show, like, that's the kind of thing that would happen to some people. Like, someone would convince them, hey, can you, like, take my backpack? I've got, I have too many bags on me, and I don't want to check my bag. And the person's, like, talking to what they think is, like, some mother of 3 kids, but really she's some kind of, like, mule for, like, contraband. And then they get off the plane, and then she's immediately whisked away to some, like, room, and they, like, throw her in prison for 10 years. Like, oh my God, that's a nightmare. It's a literal nightmare. That's a nightmare. Also Mahone says, you're paying for ambiance when you go to a restaurant or bar? Yes. The bar has to pay an electrical bill. They have to pay a water bill. They have to pay to have everything shipped to the bar. So you have the selection that you can choose whatever you want to eat or drink. And they have to be able to keep all of it on ice and cool. And that goes to the power bill. And then they got to pay the servers. They have to pay the cooks in the back. The cooks do make a solid hourly wage, usually. If there's a kitchen, which I think most all bars do have a small kitchen, because at least in Atlanta, I don't think you're allowed to be just a bar. Or at least maybe for a while it was that way. Let's see. In Atlanta, can you only... Okay, so basically restaurants... Okay, you get a different license if you own a restaurant or a bar, right? A restaurant, you can also sell adult beverages. Bars, you can sell whatever you want in terms of those beverages. But if you're a restaurant, you have to derive at least 50% of your sales from food. So it's a different license that you get. And I know for like tax reasons, most bars would want to be a restaurant if their establishment can handle it, because it helps. But yeah, you have to think when you go to a bar, there's ambiance. It's a social hub. You know that people will be there. You know that someone's going to serve you. You know that there's going to be, a football game on TV. You know that there's going to be, maybe even a celebration about a particular football match, right? Where you have the two different teams, everyone wears their different colors, and it's ambiance, right? That's what you're paying for. Like I get it. I get it why they upcharge it. It's just the overall cost can be like really high to have a drink sometimes, and I really don't drink very often anyways, so. What gang would you join in jail, TC? I'm not going to jail, so I'm not joining a gang, damn it. Like, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. We're not going to jail. That's not a thing.
Squad busters.
Restaurant is good. Football match is my favorite sport. Noise, King. Me, I'm from UK. That's what's up, King. That's what's up. Where is Northolt, King B? Northolt. Let's see where Northolt is. It's a town in England. Between Greenford and Uxbridge. I guess it's part of London. Like the metro London area, like the surrounding London area. Looks like there's a gigantic highway that sort of encircles London. But there's like multiple rings. Wow, I haven't even looked at London on the map before. Your highways look kind of wild. Sprawling. Very cool. Where do you live in USA, TC? I live in Atlanta, Georgia. In America, tailgating before the game. Oh yeah, tailgates, man. Oh my gosh, I haven't been to a proper tailgate in a while. But this fall, American football. We have American football season starts this fall. I think the football game should be starting like any time now. Actually, they haven't started already. They will be starting like next week. But American football, baby. Tailgating for that is like, that's what's up. In college, I had some fraternity brothers that would, like one guy had his parents had their own farm, and so they had lots of livestock and game that like deer and all kinds of wild game that would like come onto the property, and they would like hunt, and then they would freeze all of it, and then when it came down to the football season, they would actually like get a trailer that had a gigantic smoker on it and like drive the trailer down with a great big truck. Like we're talking like a 12-foot smoker on a trailer, and they would smoke like 40, 50 pounds of all kinds of stuff, all kinds of meat. Like they would just smoke a bunch of meat, and they would get there at like 6 a.m. and then by like noontime, the meat would be like just about ready, and then the tailgate would start, and the game would be at like 2 o'clock. You never been to an American football game? Aw, dude, American football. It's a different sport for sure. That's the sport that I grew up on. Like, soccer really only hit the American culture like when I was in like college, or maybe slightly after I finished college. I mean, now it's like, yeah, like football as you would know it, soccer as most Americans would call it. That sport is actually like doing really well in the United States. And that wasn't the case when I was a kid. Like it's something that's it's come up in the last like 10 years, really. 10 or 15 years. I want to visit the USA someday. Spider, you should, man. It's all right, man. USA is cool. USA is pretty cool. Just don't get in an argument with someone that's wearing a uniform. Just mind your own business. Don't get in an argument with someone in uniform. Depending on where you are, police can be a little bit more uptight than other places. And if you are ever like, if you get pulled over for speeding, just be polite. That's all I gotta say. Don't try to bucket that police officer. Oh my God, just be polite, and that's how you'll move on with your day. I really support all teams. We just started preseason. You have a month. Oh yeah, okay. You like venison? You know, venison, I've had it a handful of times, and I have to say that I think the venison that my buddy's parents did for us at that tailgate was probably my favorite. It was slow cooked, it was slow smoked, it was really good. Yes, I understand why some people probably don't like game meat. It's got a different texture and a little different taste. But it's definitely good. Like, if you dress it up with spices and sauce and all that, you know, it's protein, baby. Are we talking about football or football? I was talking about football. Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some football? That one. No chirping at the police. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Interesting story. When I was in college, I lived in a house with like six guys one year. Most of us were in the same music fraternity that was like, it really was like a music fraternity. Yes, we did have fun. We did party together, whatever. But like we did do like a lot of music stuff. But I think 6 of us had a house, and I want to say 4 of the 6 guys, we were all in that fraternity together, and we had 2 guys that weren't. Because we weren't really technically allowed to have a fraternity house, right? Because that's a whole like thing with the school, right? You weren't supposed to have a fraternity house if it wasn't like registered with the school, because the school is supposed to like monitor you for that. So yeah, TC was doing IRL pitch perfect. Yeah, no. No, seriously though. So where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? Oh. So there were 2 guys that were not in the fraternity, and one of them decided that he was going to walk home from a party one night that was some ways away from our house, but he's like walking down like the main street of our city, right? Because our house was actually on like Main Street. And he's like walking down the street. And this is like maybe a week after one of our friends got arrested for like yelling at a cop. Right? Or like, I don't know if he was one of our friends or if he was just like someone that we knew of, that we heard got arrested, because we read the newspaper and we saw this guy that we at least knew who he was. He got arrested, right? For like yelling at a cop. And of course we got an extended story through another friend who knew him a little better, right? So anyways, a week later, one of my roommates decides that he's like walking back from a party, that he's gonna yell at a cop, except he, if I were to share exactly what he said, the video would get demonetized, but it was basically doing exactly the same thing that our idiot friend had just gone to jail for, or the idiot like acquaintance had just gone to jail for. He did exactly the same thing, like almost verbatim. And we dogged that roommate forever for that. Because it was one of the most, like, you just saw someone get arrested for shouting at the cops, being a jerk to the cops. A week later, you do the same thing, and you didn't think that was going to happen to you too? What a significant loss of dignity. Like, an epic loss of dignity. It was, I mean, in hindsight, it's hilarious to me. It actually is. But, like, in the moment, we were like, you have got to be kidding me, man. Like, this just happened to somebody else we knew of. Stupid is as stupid does. Doc, Deeg knows who I'm talking about. But, like, Doc, if you ever come into town, we will give you the story. Because Deeg, that was when I lived with Deeg. It was one of our roommates when we lived together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh. It's wild how little success I have in squad. They call me Stoic Elena, and that's true. Dude, some days you're playing well, some days you're not. And then some days you're just chatting about literally anything else. We've literally taken a dog leg here, and we're just talking about whatever. This is, I should change it to just chatting on Twitch. 3 neighbors are cops. They're cool as long as you are. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, honestly, like, I have a couple friends that are police officers. They're not bad people. Like, I don't look at cops like they're all terrible. You know, but it definitely is a phenomenon where, like, the worst ones of the batch are the ones that end up on the news, right? It's rare that, like, a headline comes out where it's like, cop saves a baby from a burning building or something like that, right? Obviously, if that happens, we're gonna hear about it. But, like, it's always those negative interactions where, like, someone's rights are violated, you know, someone starts to power trip that really sticks out. So, like, if you are respectful with law enforcement in the United States, you're going to be fine. Like, provided you're not actually breaking the law, right? Because if they've determined that you're breaking the law, they're going to still write you a ticket, or if it's bad enough, they'll actually take you to jail. But yeah, it primarily, you know, just don't do something to endanger somebody's life. Please do not drink and drive. That offends me. Like, when I think about people that actually, like, consciously get into a car and speed down the road at 60 miles an hour, I know people who have died because of idiots like that. Okay? That upsets me. Like, real talk, please do not drink and drive. Like, please don't drink and drive. Like, Uber is too easy. I'm all for that code, man. Yeah. Oh my God. I've known too many people who've got either critically wounded or actually passed away from dying in a car crash because somebody was drinking. And it just infuriates me to no end. Geez, when I was, the year that I was going to graduate with my undergraduate degree from Georgia Southern, there was a guy that I went to high school with who was going to graduate from Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech is a fantastic tech school. He had devised a way to turn shipping containers into many little hydroponics farms where, you know, basically like hydroponic tomatoes and greens and vegetables could be grown, but you could scale this to where you could drop off a storage pod in these different neighborhoods around Atlanta, and these places could have, like, basically farm fresh stuff, farm fresh ingredients, and they could put it in their restaurants. So he devised this excellent hydroponic system. Well, a week before he graduated from Georgia Tech, he was going to graduate with honors. His name had been in, you know, the Georgia Tech magazine. You know, all these teachers were talking about him like he was the next big thing. He's on a motorcycle. He comes to a stoplight, and a drunk driver slams into the back of him, knocks him into incoming traffic, and he gets run over. That was probably the biggest kick in the nuts for me at age 23. I was like, that could happen to literally anybody at any time. Like, your mortality, your time is very real. It's very tangible. Even though we don't know how much time we exactly have, that was a wake-up call at that moment in time. It's like, oh my gosh. Because this guy was brilliant. He was brilliant. He was sober. He had come to the red light, and this truck just plowed right into him. Nuts. Totally crazy. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Please, God, do not drink and drive. Drunk driving is so dumb nowadays. It's easy to get a ride for cheap. Right. Ride sharing is so easy now. Everyone has smartphones. Anyone can summon a sober driver to your location to take you home. You leave your car on the curb overnight. Who cares? Go get it in the morning. Don't risk getting a DUI or hurting yourself or others while you're behind the wheel and intoxicated. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just like, life's too short, dude. Life's too short. No four-letter name says we need to do a meetup one time. TC and Dig and Doc and do a meat cooking competition. Whoever else lives close will be the judges. Dude, that would be great. Dude, no four-letter names. Where do you live? Where are you? 3 neighbors are cops. They're cool. Yep. Yeah, you are so American. You cannot understand how much American you look. It's insane. Yes, if you take tobacco into Hong Kong, you face 10 years in prison. Wait, what? If you take tobacco to Hong Kong, don't they smoke tobacco in Hong Kong? Are you telling me you can't fly into Hong Kong with any tobacco at all? They're like worried that you're like smuggling something? Is that why? Huh? Driving intoxicated not only puts you in danger, but it puts random people in danger. They didn't want any of them. It's so sad. Yeah. Where do you live that Uber is cheap? I mean, I live in Atlanta. Like, I can go most places for like $7 to $10. Most places that I would want to go from my apartment, like $7 to $10. If it's going to be a significant drive, I usually go with the group of friends. So there's one person who's like the designated driver, and we all just like pile into a van or something like that. We pile into a sedan. You know, maybe we have 2 cars and we take like a dozen people somewhere. But I don't know. I have a solid group of friends. The group that I'm going to the lake with next week is 12 people. And we've all known each other for years. Like, pretty much everyone, everyone at that event, everyone that's going to the lake, we've all known each other except like maybe Mike's girlfriend, because she's still kind of new. She's been around for about a year or two now. Everyone else I've known for almost 10 years anyway, or more, right? There's a couple guys that actually went to high school with that are going to be coming with us. That's cool. Some of my ride or die buddies will actually be coming. American by birth, Southern by the grace of God. Yeah. I say that, but I was actually born in Australia. You were born in Australia? Wow. Okay, that's different. That's different. Is your family Australian, or like was your dad like active duty and he was like stationed somewhere? Cuz like my mom's brother, he was active military duty, and I think his first 2 children had German they had dual citizenship because they were born in Germany. And it was because he was stationed there. Your dad did his mission in Australia? Oh, that's cool. No four-letter name says Utah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotta remember that. Doc is in Alabama. You're in Utah. I'm in Georgia. Atlanta, baby. My father is Australian, mother is American. He managed the wire company and got transferred to the States when I was 11. Okay. Huh. It's an interesting meetup. Your mom was probably fell in love with his accent. Australian accents are pretty cool. There was a guy when I was in college, I want to say he was a couple years behind me. And when I started dating this one girl, she had got to know like this group of people her freshman year, and then we got to know each other I think the next year. And so she introduced me to all these folks, and this one guy was like Australian. And he charmed literally every lady he met when we went out together. He charmed every woman he came across. And I think it was his voice. I think it was his accent. How old are you? I'm 37. Half the Americans can't even understand when they speak in an Aussie accent. Yeah, it's different. There's certain words that kind of throw Americans, right? But I think context means a lot. Like, I think, was it like Margot Robbie? Hold on a second. Margot Robbie. She did this interview with like a magazine on YouTube. So like, I forget who was interviewing her, but she was going over like Aussie slang while she was sitting on the beach. Yeah, I'll never forget this. Barbie's. Okay, it was after the movie Barbie came out. And it's Margot Robbie teaches you Australian slang. Watch that video. I will go ahead and drop this link. She did it for Vanity Fair. Not that I like watch and tune into Vanity Fair or read Vanity Fair. Just saying, this is... I'll never forget this popping up, though. Double check it. Yeah. Barbie's Margot Robbie teaches you Australian slang. That I will never forget. Some of those words will like throw you a loop. It's pretty funny. You can still hear my accent when I get a little tipsy. Wow, so you actually developed an Australian accent. You actually have one. Somewhere buried. You know, I'll say the same thing about my southern accent. When I get excited, my southern accent will kind of poke through. When I'm calmer, my southern accent is like very covered. I have more of a city accent. When I go outside the perimeter of Atlanta and I hang out like in the woods, when I'm in a different place other than a city, I drop into a different dialect. Because I'm from Georgia. I've seen enough movies. I did enough acting when I was in like middle and high school. Practicing accents and impressions were like a part of life. When family comes to visit, especially my cousin, my accent gets heavier. But a southern U.S. accent over there is exact same as an Aussie accent here. People just want to sit there and hear you talk. Yeah. I feel that. Can you say shrimp on the Barbie? Shrimp on the Barbie. You're from Georgia. Georgia. That's extreme. That's extreme. Okay, guys, look, I have got a rehearsal to attend tonight for handbells. We just been chatting for a little while. I don't care. This has been fun. We're going to keep it up. Tomorrow, I will go ahead and prep you guys. I'm going to be streaming a little bit of the Royal Champs match versus Verwert Gaming. I hope I'm saying it right. Verwert Gaming. The roster for Royal Champs will be Mr. Cool, Ash, ZC12, Benisu, Dan, Eva Totagon, Firain, Kin Unites, and Tiger. For the side of Verwert Gaming will be Sasha, DSTN, Maze or Maz, Janish, Bulldog, Chris, Kabum, and Mondigrat. Okay? So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, I believe that should be 4 p.m. UTC, I will be streaming some of their tournament play. It'll be a completely new experience for me to commentate a little bit. So you guys will have to give me some grace while I kind of get more accustomed to like with what commentary is like, right? I have a feeling it'll be hard for me to follow who's who on the screen at all times and be able to keep track of that. But of course, we will have the follow-up screenshots and we'll be able to show standings and kind of chat a little bit. And I think that's going to last like 30 to 40 minutes. I think their match will last 30 to 40. They say there's another competition on Saturday, but that's going to be in the AM. And I don't know how I feel about streaming it in the AM. Like, I'll catch no one from the US. So I may or may not be streaming their competition on Saturday. I'll have to decide after my experience tomorrow on Friday. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you're on the Twitch side, I will hit the raid button for a lucky somebody. Let's see, who else is live right now? The only other person live is our friend Aguila Ray. So I'm gonna keep rating this guy. He was super nice. I wish I could copy paste his name a little more easily. If you'd like to hang out with him and watch some more, he's knee deep in playing. So know that Aguila Ray is live on YouTube and Twitch right now, or he's not live on YouTube. He's live on Twitch. So yeah, go ahead and set that up if you'd like to go. Got a few more seconds. And on the YouTube side, I love you guys. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Squad Busters.